This is Luke Rudkowski of WeAreChange.org, and I'm here with Popeye of Federal Jack.com. Now, of course, a lot of you people know about FederalJack.com, but you don't know the man behind it, and that's Popeye. Popeye is also a vet, a 9/11 first responder, and he's here in South Beach, Miami, doing really good work. So, Popeye, we're here in Florida. What are the most important issues going on in Florida right now?
Uh, well, one of the big things I'd say is vote yes on two in November. That's medical cannabis. In fact, you were just talking to one of the canna moms today with me, Renee Petro, and it, her son would benefit from this. Not only would children benefit from it, veterans, old people, young people, everybody. Access to medical cannabis, full plant,
Yeah.
not just one little specific type of oil made from a that would only benefit a small select group of people. I'm talking full plant that everybody could get, glaucoma, cancer, epilepsy, stomach problems, full nine.
So Proposition 2 is going up to be voted on.
Mm-hmm.
It's being petitioned. What stage are we in right now?
No,
And
it's full on vote.
okay,
It's going to be a constitutional amendment. That means that 60% of the state votes it in, done,
yeah.
over and done with.
And then medical marijuana is now legal.
Yeah, it'll take like 6 to 8 months for the state to actually implement anything. But yes, it would be legal. It doesn't mean that people can run out in the street and start smoking cannabis in the streets or anything like that. But yes,
I bet there'll be many of those people celebrating that day.
probably, but it's a step in the right direction. I mean, this is a southern state. You've been down here, dude. You know, California is a very liberal state, and for them to legalize it when they did wasn't a big. I mean, it was a big deal because it was medical cannabis, but it was kind of expected.
Yeah.
This is different. This is a conservative southern
Gator
hardcore
eating,
law
pickle.
enforcement, gator eating, airboat riding. Not that maybe some of the airboat captains do smoke here or there, probably, but you know what I mean. This is a hardcore southern law enforcement. Florida is really like a no joke state when it comes to that stuff. They don't mess around when it comes to law enforcement, and they the war on drugs. Even though how much cocaine cowboys, how much cocaine through here in the 80s, but anyway, they don't mess around when it comes to that. So if we can get people in this state to take serious the idea of medical cannabis, dude, it's huge. It's huge. I mean, how many people will be affected positively by this?
Especially the family, Renee's child that we met today. It's going to be another story that we're working on the other channel. But now of course this issue is very important to you. You were not only a veteran but also a 9/11 first responder. You went through a lot of crazy stuff, to say the least. Um, Now, medical marijuana could be helpful to a lot of people. What kind of issues, or what would legalizing medical marijuana help you with?
Me personally, like if I was able to use it, probably pain management. But I mean anybody could use it for tissue regeneration. I mean, people go do your homework. Medical cannabis, well, cannabis in general, makes your body help regenerate tissue. It's amazing. It makes your body do amazing things. Fight cancer, boost your immune system. You have an endocannabinoid system in your body, ladies and gentlemen. It's awesome. Makes your immune system, it boosts it by like 1,000%. This is stuff you're not supposed to know. Cannabis is bad. Bad cannabis. Take that joint and put it away. You can't smoke that joint. You're going to go out and rape people and burn houses down. So stupid.
Yeah, it makes no sense at all, and I know many people also with post traumatic stress disorder. It helps them out a lot.
Yes.
It's a very serious issue that we
all
were
kidding
even.
aside, it is a very serious issue. And look, PTS, I don't like to call it PTSD because it's not a disorder. First of all, let's get something straight. There's a big stigma about PTS, okay, that people don't understand. They think that you have to be in a battle. Oh my God, he's a veteran. Look, he might have PTS. No, you could get in a car accident and have PTS. You could get mugged, raped. Somebody in your family could die. A pet could die. You could witness a car accident, not even being involved. You could be standing on the street waiting for a bus and watch somebody get in a car accident and be traumatized by it. Okay, that's what trauma is. PTS is an extremely normal response to an extremely abnormal situation, and what these young men and women are coming back from seeing in Iraq and Afghanistan, and let's put the morals of the war aside for a second, that's a normal response of what their body is going through from what they witnessed and what they went through, being in a war zone, being in constant worry and constant fear. So there is so all that other stuff aside, looking at them as human beings is important. Stop looking at soldiers, sailors, airmen, and Marines like they have leprosy all of a sudden, because that's, the media is scaring everybody. Oh, mental health, mental health. First of all, you know what else, by the way, legalizing cannabis would get rid of?
What?
Perhaps mass school shootings and mass shootings, because the last time I checked, none of these guys were smoking joints and then going and shooting up a school, but they were all in SSRIs.
Yeah.
The Velociraptor meme? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People need to pay attention to this stuff, and I'm sure, watch the next shooting, the kid will be a pothead, and I'll probably have Bob Marley.
I highly doubt that.
No,
I don't think that will ever happen. I don't think a kid will smoke a joint and ever do anything really violent. I mean, it makes no kind of sense at all.
Well, because in reality, and when I say that, I mean, yeah, he might have. Well, I saw him smoke pot like 6 months ago, Popeye. Okay, I'm talking about, did he do it regularly, and that's all he did without fail?
Yeah.
No. It's ridiculous. People need to look into Rick Simpson. People need to look into how to make cannabis oil. If it's in a state where it's legal, I only recommend it there for legal reasons right now. Anyway,
expertise legal advice here, guys. Pay attention, close attention.
Legal advice here. Seriously, look into it. If you have a loved one that doesn't believe in it, tell them to look into it for themselves. I lost my mother 10 years ago, all seriousness, to cancer. And if I could have gotten her to sit down and listen to this stuff, although I didn't know, I knew a little bit about the health benefits, but I didn't fully understand what I know now. If I had the knowledge I had now, and I could go back and get her to sit and listen to it, I might have been able to save her. But I can't. That's not a possibility unless I master quantum physics and learn time travel. Maybe in the future, not right now. I'm a little bit busy trying to save the world with you and everybody else. So we'll get there when we get there. But I can at least maybe save somebody else from going through what I went through. My mother didn't have to die at 55. She was young, dude. I mean, how many not even... I see people now in their 30s getting cancer. Yeah. I just saw a 16-year-old kid die of lung cancer. What?
Insane, yeah.
What?
Cancer rates are just skyrocketing. And then the medicine that could also help people, and it's, there's scientific studies that says it prevents cancer and deals with cancer and does so many amazing things against cancer. The government is just holding the patent on and says, we have something that will cure you and help you, but it may hurt our cash flow, so screw you. That's exactly what they're saying.
There's no medicinal value to it, yet they have a patent on it.
Yeah. For medicinal use.
Purposes, yes. Yeah. Guys.
Yeah. Makes no sense at all. Now you've been running Federal Jack for how many years now?
Go back to about mid 2006, end of 2006.
Because I remember first, coming down to Miami, meeting up with you guys. We did some activism. A lot has changed from 2006. I mean, it's been 8 years already.
I saw those videos a few weeks ago. Oof. We were young back then.
Very young and very inexperienced and very rowdy and very...
Well, we didn't care.
It was interesting.
We did our thing.
It was about getting the message across, which mattered most.
Yeah.
And
you know what else I found out? I seem to remember when I saw the videos, I said, oh, look, the original Tea Party. Oh, look, before it was hijacked. Before it was hijacked by PNAC and the rest of the neocon groups out there. Yeah.
Sarah Palin and Glenn Beck who just
the original Tea Party groups. Oh, yeah, they were the Fedders. Remember them? The Ron Paulers? Oh, yeah, those crazy bastards. Yeah.
It was very interesting to see the major transition because, we never kind of associated with anything. We were always, starting off brand new, just fresh. But a lot has changed within the years. What do you think is one of the most important changes that happened within the 8 years of your work here at Federal Jack?
Deep question. Luke, let me think. I would have to say one of the most important ones would probably be the radio show. I mean, everybody was always asking me to come on their shows for interviews and stuff, and I would end up blabbing because I have so much up here. I would end up just monopolizing the show, and I felt really bad, so I would keep my mouth closed at times. I wouldn't talk I would try to hold back a little bit. And people kept pushing me, and they said, just do a show. And I think the most rewarding thing, honestly, is when I get an email from somebody telling me that I actually changed their life. Because I don't always do shows about conspiracies. I do stuff about health. I talk about everything.
Veterans Affairs.
Yeah, everything. Veterans Affairs, health, conspiracies, politics, news, police brutality. I cover everything. Stuff, the occult, stuff that nobody wants to talk about. Whatever. I interview as many people as I can. But I also do shows where I speak from the heart, and I keep it real. And I don't get paid to do this. I make no money doing this, okay? Let's get that straight. I love when I get told, you're bought off by the Democrats. Yeah. No, they don't like me. Well, you're bought off by the Republicans. No, they certainly don't like me. That was my favorite during the Bush years. Bought and paid for by the Republican Party. Do you read my articles on my website? I'm attacking George W. Bush. You should pay attention. No, you don't. So, yeah, I do this for free. It's a labor of love. I do it because it actually helps people, dude. I mean, that's actually humbling, honestly. The most humbling thing, and I know you can understand this, when someone comes up to you and says, you gave me strength, your words helped me, changed me, however, dude, that hits home. That's what makes me come back and do my radio show. That's what makes me stand up and give, Renee time, or give Sierra Riddle time, or any of these other can of moms, or anybody else that needs time on my show. That's what makes me do it. That's what drives me to really do it. That stuff.
And you're doing a great job. You can find out more on federaljack.com. He's been a good friend of mine for too long. 8 years doing this for so damn long. We are exhausted. Had a very long day. Just drove around all day. Worked all day. And, if you ever get a chance, if you're in Miami, check this guy out. And if you're on the interwebs, federaljack.com.